Hello and welcome to the second video in this new series where I take a car up the Tahoe hill climb as quickly as possible. Today's car is the Audi Sport Quattro S1E2, almost lost my train of thought there for a second, of Group B fame. Without further ado, let's start the hot lap. I am using my sequential shifter for this run, just to add to the realism, and let's start the lap. Ring of the revs, put it into first. This is only a 5-speed, this only has a 5-speed gearbox, which means that top speed is not that high. But what it does have, instead of top speed, is great amounts of acceleration with that huge amount of boost from the turbo. As we throw it into that corner, go up to 5th for this difficult part of the track. This quick left, right, left. Down to 4th. Don't hit the guardrail and don't oversteer. Additionally, because it's 4-wheel drive, it does have some understeer. And how do they fix the understeer? Well, huge amounts of downforce. It's got huge aerodynamic devices that allow it to not understeer as much through corners. Because you have all 4 wheels rolling, you're going to have understeer. And so, yeah, there's a huge wing on the back and huge aerodynamic devices everywhere else, which just allow it to stick to the road a lot better through corners. Something else that's interesting with this car is that huge turbo, and because it's Group B, regulations were not that well strict, and so teams were able to fit huge turbos, which generated huge amounts of boost to the car. Back down to 3rd. Don't lose it. Just keep it nice and slow through here, and then back on the power. I don't want to understeer into the rock face or oversteer and hit something else. This is the hardest part of the track. I just hate this part because every single time I've done a run here, almost every single time at least, I've crashed there. Almost every single time. I just oversteer or understeer into something, and that's it. That's the end of the run. I've made contact with something I didn't want to make contact with, and then I just restart. Go a little off-road. Well, that's where this car is at home. It's not a rally stage, but it's alright. I'm fine with that. My best time? Well, I've only been able to do one successful lap on this, to be completely honest. Just one clean lap on this track. It was a 7-minute lap. 7 minutes and like 9/10 of a second. So a 7:01, which is almost a minute faster than the time that I set with the E30 M3 in the previous video. So hopefully I go a little faster than that record time that I set just in practice with this car, and that was only one successful lap. So hopefully I do a little better. This part of the track, I just have to brake early and just put it down into 2nd for the corners, or just lift at the end. Because if I go straight into that rock face and I just understeer, that's it. That's the run completed. I don't want that to happen. I know I should be using a lower gear for acceleration, but 2nd gear, the way the ratio is, my revs are just too high to get any power out. Oh, don't hit the guardrail. Okay, that's alright. It's acceptable. I need to see how much space I have. Okay, let's go back into 1st and continue this run. I've lost some time there. I have to get this lap done in 3 minutes. I'm about halfway done this lap. So, this is not... I'm a little behind from what I wanted, where I would want to be at this point in time, but it's okay. This is a blind crest. It's very, very tricky. You just need to keep it left, and then go fully on the power, up into 5th for this long run. We're going to redline it at 278 or 279 kilometers per hour. And then go hard on the brakes here. But yeah, no ABS, no traction control, no stability control, don't drift it, none of those. And so braking and turning is a lot harder because, you know, I could just lose the car at any point in time. This is also the whole track is very difficult, and that's why I enjoy driving on it. It's a challenge, and for something like this, I'll take that. Keep it in fourth, keep the revs high, keep the turbo spooled. I'm gonna brake here, put it down to third for this corner. Back up to fourth. I probably should have stayed in fourth there, but I'm gonna have to put the brakes on a lot there. I don't want to run it off the road passing by this house. Hello. Back on the brakes as much as I can. Back to second. Almost touched the guardrail, but I didn't, so it's fine. Everything's okay. Back on the brakes for this very, very tight quasi hairpin. And we're almost at the end. Getting very, very close to the end. And I'd like to hit it in less than a minute. Is it possible? I certainly hope so, but I just need to stay focused on the road and hit it in less than a minute. It's definitely doable, but I have to not throw it too aggressively through these corners and get good power out of those corners. I see the end. I see the end on the map, which is under my webcam. No! Don't lose it. This is going to be my second successful lap. I cannot lose it right here. Keep it tight. Keep it even tighter through here. Back on the power, and we're coming up to the end. Gonna go up to fifth, and it's a 6:41.8. That's over a minute faster than the time that I set in the M3. So that's the fastest time I've set on this ever in any car, and I've only driven this track with 2 cars. So that's it. That's the lap. That's the video. So hopefully you liked it. If you did, leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. More videos like this one will be coming out hopefully every week. If they're not, just wait for the next week to come. Or as soon as possible. And so, yeah, if you liked it, leave a like down below. If you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below if you do so desire. Link for the map will be in the description, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.